Callan Diggs, international best-selling author of Reaching the Finish Line. You know, one thing I noticed since during this pandemic recession here in Mexico, a lot more Americans have came here. You know, maybe because they got restless in their house because, you know, their state was shut down, and maybe some people came, and as a result, their plans got thwarted. You know, for some people, they took a vacation for work here, but then there was a federal ordinance that was passed that said if you can't pass a COVID test, even if you're American, you can't come back to the U.S. And that shocked a lot of people. So a lot of people might have stayed here longer than they anticipated. But one thing I've noticed is I have seen a lot more American tourists, but more specifically African American tourists. And I think that's great. You know, a lot of them tend to go to all of the popular tourist destinations. For a little while, I was in Tulum, so you know, I saw a lot of them. You know, like literally, like they was just coming in droves, and you know. But I think it's always good to have a backup plan. You know, to me, the U.S. does not look as stable as it once was. It appears to me, you know, I'm in my mid-30s. Besides this recession, I've experienced 2 other recessions. It appears to me that every recession, the U.S. looks less stable and less stable. You know, the U.S. recovers, but every time they recover, it feels like they don't recover back to 100%. It feels like they have a recession, they recover 90%. They have another recession, they recover 85%. They have another recession, they recover 79%. You know, for me, this is the reason why I decided to be an expat in another country. Now, Mexico is a convenient option because it's so close to the U.S. and it's a short flight. But it doesn't matter what country you go to that you decide to expatriate, as long as it meets your priorities. Okay? For me, you know, especially in Latin America, there are always bargains to be found. You know, before the recession, I always found bargains, whether it's bargains for apartments, whether it's bargains for restaurants, whether it was bargains for medical visits. I always found bargains. So it's like, it's kind of one of those things that's like one of the best advantages about this country is whether the country's whether the world or this country or the U.S. is in a recession or not, there's always bargains to be found here. There's a popular saying in Mexico, everything is negotiable, and that's very true. So I am very grateful, you know, to be away from all of that and to be here. As I stated in the other video, and you can check that out, there are some restrictions in some states here in Mexico, but there are some restrictions in some states in the U.S. However, you can use that as an opportunity to focus on your personal development and focus on your professional development. Sometimes the inconvenience is not always a bad thing. It just presents you an opportunity to do something different that you might appreciate in the future. So that's it for now. ReachingTheFinishLine.com, and until next time, I hope you're reaching your finish line.